So in this video we will build the SDN controller, and we'll build from the last video where we built the SDN web server. We'll just clone this guy and call it SDN Controller, and we'll do everything, clone, and we will make sure that the network, since the SDN web was connected to an internal network, we will have to make sure that the SDN controller is connected to the NAT so that we can reach the network internet and we can install the controller. Once your username password pops up, you can log in, the same credentials as the web server. And now you can log in with the same credentials that you set for the web server. Make sure you can ping the web, which you cannot, because in the SDN web server you were connected to the internal one. So make sure you go back to nm TUI, edit the connection to automatic. System control restart network. Now if you are doing a fresh install, then you should run the yum update. But since I'm building on the previous video, I'm already updated. Now you got to do install the Python. For that, I'm going to have to get the releases. Once you have that completed, you will do a yum install Python 3. And once you have completed the Python 3 installation, you can install the controller with the pip command. Let's do pip 3 install xbgp, which is your SDN controller in this case. Okay, xbgp version, and it's up. Now, right now it's connected to the internet, so we have to go back and connect it to the internal network. Internal, and it was connected to the MGMT, that's where my VOS2 is. So if you look at my VOS2, that's my BGP peer. It's connected to this guy. Here's my BGP peer. Configuration, show protocol BGP. I've got two peers, and this is the one that I'm going to be peering with. So I've got the config in, neighbor 111.200, so I'm going to set this guy, and TUI, edit connection, go back to the manual, and this is going to be 1.1.1.200/24. System control restart network. I should be able to ping my VOS2, which is a BGP speaker. There we go, and I should be able to ping from BIOS to this BGP controller. There we go. And so if I have my show BGP summary, I'll see that this is, I'm ready from the BIOS side. It's trying to communicate. Now let's configure the BGP controller for peering with BIOS 2. Now you can make a different directory, but you don't have to. You just have to get the nano installed already from the last video. So you can do, I'll just make a dir SDN cd SDN, and then I'm going to make a configuration file, which is going to be my BGP. It's going to be my BGP configuration file. So nano conf.ini is my BGP configuration file. It's going to look like this. You're going to neighbor with your BIOS 2. Bracket open, tab, router, ID is going to be your IP address, local address is going to be your local address, local AS is going to be the AS that BIOS 1 is in, which is AS2 right here. Semicolon, tab, pure AS is also 2. Has to be in the same, controller has to be in the same BGP AS as BGP speaker that you're trying to program. Okay, got all that correct. Control X, yes. More confi. That's okay. Now we need one more file, which is going to be your script file that's going to start the BGP controller. So let's just call that start sdn.sh, and that file is going to look like this. You're going to build this file to say make FIFO first in, first out. It's a pipe file in this directory because this is where XBGP of the SDN controller is going to look for this file. XBGP.in. I'm going to copy and paste a lot here, so Control K, U, Control U, and then I'm going to say change the permission for this to read and write. File is xbgp.in, Control K, U, Control U. Let's change it to out, in and out files, and then change the owner to nobody. Since I'm using root, it gives you problem with root. XBGP in, Control K, U, and then I'm going to start it. XBGP with this file conf that we just wrote, conf in, conf ini, and we're going to start this in the background. Make sure that we got this right. And then we're going to change the permission of this file to chmod plus X, start, turns green. And now we're just going to start this guy and check our neighbor on BIOS 2. It's come up, established, and we're going to check the neighbor here, XBGP CLI show neighbor summary, and it says it's up. Good. Let's see if we can announce something here. Show IP BGP. It's got this route here. Let's advertise a route, and this route is just going to be a fake route for now. Or we can just announce a real route, but let's just to demonstrate that it will show up here in your show IP BGP. I'm going to say X BGP CLI neighbor 1.1.1.2 announce route 200.1.1/32, and next hop is necessary. So next hop is going to be 23.0.0.100. That's one of my web servers. And ran into an error. Let's see what the error is. And as usual, it's a typo. Announce, if I can type correctly. Okay, says it did it. Let's see if it did it. And looks like it did it. So that's how you build your BGP controller. And again, to revisit the topology, we have built this part. We built the SDN web server in the last video. We cloned it to, we could clone it to another web server, and then we cloned it for the SDN controller, and then we can connected the SDN controller to VIOS2. And in this picture it says 111, but in our case this video is going to be 200. And we also announced a route in this video. So hope this helps you build your SDN controller and make you understand how this guy works. In the next video, I'll try to go over the bash SDN logic that we're going to build in the SDN controller, so that you know, step by step to see how we can actually curl from the web servers and program the router to announce these routes into the VIOS router. Hope this helps.